Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kim. I am a licensed and nationally certified Chinese medical provider and a Taoist practitioner. And today we're going to talk about part 5 of the weird health symptoms that have been going on today, right? And I'm going to talk more about the science. So come on, let's go for a ride. What started this off was that formula that I've been using, that formula for heavy congestion in the lungs. And yet no one was showing signs of heavy congestion in the lungs. Well, you know what happened? It was Dr. John Campbell again out of the UK. Remember I talked about him in episode 4? He talked about a professor in Germany who was called in to do a second opinion autopsy on a number of deceased individuals. What he found was these weird fibrinogen tangles in the circulatory system. What the heck are those? Haven't seen those before. And he mentions that this has not been seen in Western medicine previously. This is really new. And so he's been trying to figure out what those tangles are. One of the weird things is, we have amyloid plaques. They are an amyloid plaque type of thing because amyloids are abnormal proteins. Well, this is some mucousy protein thing. But what's unique about it is it really doesn't have dead red blood cells in it or any other cells. It's just this squishy, mucousy protein that likes to clump together. In part 4, I focused on the spike protein and we looked at all the information that was presented in the Muddy Waters report. So let's just recap that real quickly. That brings us to the 5th piece of the spike protein, the integrin receptor. And I think this is the piece that actually keeps me up at night and that really bums me out, I guess, is what you can say. But what they found is integrin receptors, just to give you a general idea of what they do, they're involved in blood clotting. They're involved in inflammation. They're involved in cancers, and they're involved with infectious diseases. So when they marry with a virus, what they give to that virus, what they help it with is they increase its ability to infect you and me, and they increase how dangerous that virus is for you and me. This integrin was really important in increasing its acceptance into lung tissues, and so increasing the rapid transmission of this virus. And they also found that COVID-19, it has more bad effects on our heart than any other coronavirus, and it has more abnormal blood clotting issues than any other viral illness out there. So this clotting feature of this integrin, what it does is that's what's increasing the strokes. That's what's increasing the heart attacks, the lung and vein embolism. I needed one definition to help me kind of understand everything that is going to come after this point in my research. And that was a definition on gain of function. So to get that definition, I went back to that Muddy Waters report. Remember the investigation, the 18-month investigation on the origins of COVID-19 that was presented to the Senate and then released to you and me so we could have a little light reading over the weekend. On page 191, there is the term of gain of function, the definition of gain of function in the footnotes, footnote 22. And here's what it says. The term gain of function research describes a type of research that modifies a biological agent so that it confers new or enhanced activity to that agent. So pretty simple. You take a biological agent, you take something that's made in nature, and then you enhance it or give it new functionality. And that is gain of function. Makes sense. It gained more function. Now there's a subset, right? They also talk about a subset of gain of function research there's a subset of gain-of-function research that can enhance the ability to transmit or make some potential virus more virulent. And that is likely to make them more dangerous to us, to humans. So that's been the subject of substantial scrutiny. When I first was doing the research on whether or not to take the vaccine, there was two pieces of information that I was looking for. One was, how did they make their messenger RNA? And two, was there anything unique in the delivery mechanism? You couldn't find that information anywhere. Let's talk about the first modification to the messenger RNA, because all the information that was being pushed to me said that this was just like all the existing technology that we have out there right now. And the only messenger RNA vaccine we had out there right now was the CureVac rabies vaccine, which they would point to and say, see, that's why this is, doable. And that vaccine did not modify the messenger RNA. So let's talk about that modification, okay? What did they do? Well, I wasn't even sure they did that until I opened up the Pfizer documents that the FDA was forced to release. And when I opened those up, I saw that, yeah, they did modify that vaccine. They did modify the messenger RNA. And on the non-modified version, they did identify uridine as the protein. So obviously they were going to replace uridine in messenger RNA. And what they did replace it with is this amino acid or protein that they call N1-methyl pseudouridine. Now, here it is. That is actually found in the human body. But guess where it's not found? It is not found in messenger RNA. So it's not there. And why they did that, why they made that modification, was to enhance the effectiveness and the stability of the COVID vaccine. But they did one more thing. What they did was they wrapped that messenger RNA in a blanket to protect it, and it could last a long time. And that blanket, they call it an envelope, and that envelope is made up of what they call a lipid nanoparticle. Okay, so let's just talk about it as a blanket, because that makes more sense to you and me. And why they did that, why they wrapped it up in this stainless steel blanket, is so that it would last longer in the human body. Let me show you. Let's look at this paper here. And this paper is lipid nanoparticles in the development of the mRNA vaccine. On page 3, you're going to see this statement that they talk about how that lipid nanoparticle, how the blanket is wrapped around our messenger RNA. And how they do that is it's rapid mixing. They do this rapid mixing with ethanol, and they mix it with this water-based solution, and they mix it up really fast. And that wraps the messenger RNA. By doing that, they create these nano droplets, which is what they use to inject into us. And then there's another piece of this, and it talks about how they make this blanket more stable. And how they do that is by using cholesterol. Okay, so then the last one, this was kind of interesting. Wouldn't even have thought about it, but crossing the blood-brain barrier. Do you know they actually use these lipid nanoparticles to help cross the blood-brain barrier? Who knew? Who knew? I'm going to change things up. I was allowing you to purchase one training video at a time, yet this whole health topic right now is complicated. And instead of having you try to pick through trainings and figure out what ones could help you, what if you could get access to all of them through a monthly membership only area called Health Hub? For only $4.99 a month, you can get quick answers to your health questions and different trainings I have on detoxing, supplements that may help you detox, foods to avoid, what foods may help your body detox, and other holistic methods that may help you with your health. And along with that, I will be adding in episodes on the latest research. And for those of you who have already purchased the training on supplements, I'll be moving that training into the membership area, and I'll be reaching out to you to see if you would like to move to the membership area. You don't have to. You can keep your access to that training, but if you do move to the membership area, you'll be gaining access to more quick answers on your health and wellness, and I'll move your payment to cover 2 months of membership. Thanks for coming out. Really think about staying true on your detoxification and eating healthy. If you want, I can put together a quick training on some of the foods that I find are really harmful for this and some of the foods that I found are really helpful. Okay, until next time, guys, I will catch you on the other side.